Peace to the people. Peace to the people. You're listening to Voices Beyond the Wall, New York Prison Talk radio show, coming to you live from the Vassar College radio station, 91.3 WVKR FM, Poughkeepsie, New York. I'm your host, Ernest Henry, and along with me, my co-host and longtime co-host, my wife, Kathy Henry.
Hi, everyone. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. It's great to be here.
Yes, it's great to have you here, babe. Mike Love, he had a prior engagement, so he is not at the studio today, but he will be calling in because Mike is a trooper, and he is committed to being a part of the show and letting you know that he is here with you, even though he's not in the studio with us. But it was important for Mike to make sure that he called in and give his last shout outs and comments to you before the close of the year, because as you know, this will be the last show for Voices Beyond the Wall for the year 2017. So this is our going out show. And there's a lot of exciting things happening at our last show to bring in the new year of 2018. One thing is that starting with this show, Voices Beyond the Wall Prison Talk radio show will be uploaded on YouTube. Every show, starting with this show here. And we can thank Kathy and her associations for making that happen. You want to tell us about it, Kathy?
Well, Jim Reason, our good friend, my good friend for the past 20 years, who is into audio every kind of way. He's just expert at everything audio, and he's going to be helping us. He's going to be our new digital archive producer, and he's going to make sure that all the shows that are they're going to be all uploaded now. So a lot of people have been asking over the years, they've missed a show, or, maybe they've gone on a visit and gotten out of the visit at 3 o'clock and missed the first hour. And, so now we're going to be able to have access for everybody.
Right. And it'll be on YouTube. So
right.
Even when you get home, if there was a particular show, you want to say something else?
No, I was just going to say that how it's going to work is that anybody who goes out to our Facebook page, which is Voices Beyond the Wall radio show, anybody that goes out there will automatically see a link to the YouTube, that particular show.
Link.
So,
Yep. And from the link from Voices Beyond the Wall Facebook page, it'll take you directly to the last show or whatever show you choose to want to listen to. This is something that we've been wanting to do for a long time, and finally, for the year of 2018, we're going to set it off with our shows being archived on YouTube.
And really, Jim is the perfect person to do it, too, because not only does he have an audio background, he has a graphics background, and his position that he works in, he's worked with people that are incarcerated and coming home and trying to find employment for them, too. So he has a personal interest in, in helping as well. So
right. And a big shout out to Jim. Thank you very much, Jim, for extending your expertise to Voices Beyond the Wall. And we're looking for a new chapter in what we're doing at Voices Beyond the Wall, thanks to you. And this is our gift this is our Christmas gift to our Voices Beyond the Wall listeners. Now you will be able to listen to shows that you may have missed on the air from 3 to 6. You can now go to you'll be able to go to YouTube now and just listen to our shows. So
next step will be social media and getting everything more online with that. So, and we're hoping Jim can help us with that too. He might have a lot of hats with us depending on his time availability. So
So Merry
We
Christmas.
appreciate you, Jim. Merry Christmas.
So Merry Christmas to Jim, and Merry Christmas to our listeners. And that is your Christmas gift, the ability to select our shows from now on. So Voices Beyond the Wall New York Prison radio show is coming to you live from the Vassar College radio station. Your friends and family can listen to our show from anywhere in the country, even if they're out of our listening area, by streaming our show from the WVKR radio website at WVKR.org. They simply have to click the pink listening button on the left-hand side of the screen, and they will be connected. The studio lines will be open at 845-437-7178. And those lines will be open at around about 5 o'clock. So let's see what kind of responses we'll be getting around 5 o'clock. So again, the studio lines will be open at 5 o'clock, and the studio lines will be open at 5 o'clock. They'll be open at 5 o'clock, and the number is 845-437-7178. Okay, and for those of you who would like to write and give your opinions, or you have some letters to read, you can write us at Voices Beyond the Wall, New York Prison Talk Radio at WVKR 91.3 FM, Vassar College, P.O. Box 726, Poughkeepsie, New York 12604. Again, for those of you who would like to write and share your opinions or something that you would like us to read on the air, you can write us at Voices Beyond the Wall, New York Prison Talk Radio, WVKR 91.3 FM, Vassar College, P.O. Box 726, Poughkeepsie, New York 12604. And so as we stated, this is the last show of 2017. Our next show will be January 7th. We'll bring in the new year with our first show of January 7th, 2018. And in a minute, we will have someone from Prestige Paralegal call and give our legal commentary. But before then, let's make some announcements. For those of you who have family members in the Dutchess County area, the Families of Incarcerated Loved Ones is a support group for the families of incarcerated people. And they meet twice a month, the second and fourth Monday, from 6:30 to 8 o'clock at 253 Mansion Street in Poughkeepsie, New York. The contact person for this support group is Flo Martinez, and she could be reached at 845-297-5125. The next thing is the Reach Out and Touch Prison Ministry. The Reach Out and Touch Prison Ministry would like to extend the opportunity for you to participate in their free Bible study correspondence course. This is a course that's free. The only thing that you have to pay for is to send your work in. Reach Out and Touch Prison Ministry will send you all of the materials, all of the information, and the tests that you need to take to move to the next level. It's an excellent course. It really gives you a broad and as well as an in-depth perspective of biblical studies and how to get in touch with Jesus Christ. So if anybody is interested in taking this course, they simply have to write Reach Out and Touch Prison Ministry, P.O. Box 120-249, St. Albans, New York 11412. Again, if anyone would like to participate in this Bible correspondence course, they simply have to write Reach Out and Touch Prison Ministry, P.O. Box 120-249, St. Albans, New York 11412. And for those of you who are looking for a friend, you want to meet a friend, and you want to post an ad on a website to meet a friend, Friends Beyond the Wall Pen Pal Company has an excellent pen pal service for incarcerated people. If you want to write for an application and information, you simply have to write Friends Beyond the Wall Pen Pal Company, 55 Mansion Street, number 1030, Poughkeepsie, New York, 12602. Again, that's Friends Beyond the Wall Pen Pal Company, 55 Mansion Street, 1030, Poughkeepsie, New York, 12602. And if you missed the bus, Valentine's Day is coming up. So if you missed the bus for Christmas, and you would like to purchase or begin selecting Valentine's gifts for your loved one, Jaden Moore of New York has a 64-page color catalog of gifts that you can send your family and friends. They also have a new jewelry catalog, and it's 34 pages. 30. It's a free 32-page catalog. So there's two catalogs. There's a main gift catalog, which is 64 pages, and an addendum jewelry catalog, which is 32 pages. They both can be sent to you free by simply writing Jaden Moore of New York, 309 Main Street, Poughkeepsie, New York, 12601.
Suite 1.
Suite 1. Okay, you simply write there and request either your main gift catalog or the main gift catalog and the jewelry catalog. And the main gift catalog has flowers, chocolates, wine and cheese baskets, Junior's cheesecakes, jewelry, rings, bracelets, necklaces, and watches, giant and regular size stuffed animals, balloon gifts, glass items, candles and scarves, all sorts of gift baskets, framed sentiment gifts, animated musical plush animals, and toys. And the 32-page catalog has a selection of...
It has wedding ring sets, engagement rings, birthstone and specialty engravement rings, many different necklaces, earrings, sterling silver, and 14-karat gold. Just a whole variety. A lot of tennis bracelets and lockets, and just all kinds of different things. They've got cell phone purses, jewelry boxes, everything jewelry related. So,
okay.
Yep.
All right.
And again, the address, if they want to write, it's Jaden Moore of New York, 309 Main Street, Suite 1, Poughkeepsie, New York, 12601.
All right. And a big shout out to Philippe Rodriguez. Philippe Rodriguez is a gentleman that I met years ago while we were at Sing Sing, as well as Fishkill Correctional Facility. Now, Philippe Rodriguez recently was released from 27 years of incarceration for a horrendous crime that he did not commit. He was found to be innocent. Governor Cuomo personally called him and asked him, can I have your number, please? Can I have your DIN number? Mr. Rodriguez told him what his number was, and the governor said, that's the last time you'll ever have to be associated with that number. And he said, you're released. So this is a good story. You can find it in the Daily News. It was in the December 23rd edition of the Daily News. It's an extensive account of Mr. Rodriguez's arrest, conviction, and his exoneration. It is just one of the many accounts of people who spend decades in prison and later to be found innocent of the charges that brought them to prison and took away decades of their lives. So big shout out to Mr. Rodriguez. I remember him while we were inside. He found God inside, and I can almost I can bear witness that God brought him through those 27 years of incarceration when he was an innocent man. And he has a son. He's going home now, or he is home now, and thank God that his unjust punishment is over with. This is just one of the many stories that we are always happy to announce on Voices Beyond the Wall. And I got to thank my friend Alex Torres for sending me the information so quickly, because as soon as it happened, Alex contacted me and said, "Listen, this is what happened." And I'm open for anyone to send us the information that that would be relevant to our show. Everybody who listens to the show is dubbed a potential news reporter for Voices Beyond the Wall. It's almost impossible to get the small and big pieces of news that will be relevant to this show and that will be of interest to the people who listen to our show. So it's important for all of us to funnel in all of that information that would be of interest to us on Voices Beyond the Wall. So do know that each one of you are reporters for Voices Beyond the Wall. All right. And again, Mr. Rodriguez, I'm so happy for you. I'm just sad that you had to give up so much of your youth in the penitentiary for something that you didn't do. But God has a plan, and God knew what he was doing, and he's going to give you the rewards tenfold that you deserve. I'm pretty sure of that. Okay. All right. So moving right along, Mike, if you want to call in, you can call in, because we got Mike Ocasio. He's going to call and give his legal commentary, and that will set off a lot of things that we'll be discussing on the show. We did have a caller, and I don't know whether they're going to call in or not, that wanted to discuss this upcoming situation with the packages. As we understand that Voices Beyond the Wall, the Department of Corrections is at it again. They're at it again. They got checked with the exorbitant amount that they were charging our families with the phone calls. Now they got another game in town, and it's taking away the ability for our family members to purchase and send packages into the facility. As I understand it now, the Department of Correctional Services, not just in New York, but in many other states, are designating facility-approved vendors that incarcerated people can exclusively purchase packages from. And from what I understand, the cost of these items are 3 and sometimes 5 times more than what you can get at one of these major stores like Target and Walmart. And it's kind of pathetic that they would take the ability away from our family members to go and stretch their dollars at a place like Walmart and Target and compel us to purchase gifts at a place where it's going to cost us more money. But the struggle goes on. We will talk about it, and we will keep you abreast of what's happening here.
Another person that wrote into was talking about, they are not going to be able to send scarves in. There's more limitation on clothing in terms of coloring, different colors that are allowed. he was saying that, now they can't, get towels or sheets or anything that used to be able to be sent in there. So he said, you can imagine the 250-pound man getting out of the shower with the little tiny state towel on, and everybody has to look now, But, it's a sad thing that, families, I think, took a lot of pleasure in sending special things for their loved ones, too. It was not just sending it to them, but it was, picking it out and being part of the process and doing something that they felt was special, if they had a person that was inside. So,
that's kind of crazy. But we have Judith Brinks on the line. Let's see if we can get her on here. Judith? Okay, wait a minute here. Okay. Hey,
Yes.
Judith.
Yes.
How you doing? Listen, we got we got around about 5 minutes that we could spare, and then somebody else is calling. But the thing is, if you need more than 5 minutes, then I'm gonna let you know when you can call back and finish up.
Okay. I don't have it. It's not more than 5 minutes.
Okay, how you doing, Judith?
I'm doing fine, and I'm calling today on this Christmas Eve to say Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates it. I'm calling. I'm Judith Brink from Prison Action Network, for those who don't know, and I'm calling in with sad news for those who knew Anpu Unifer Amen, a.k.a. Pop.
Uh-huh.
Some of you may have been listening on October 1st when Anpu called Voices Outside the Wall, and that was 8 weeks after his release from prison. He called to give a call out to his many friends he left behind, especially the elders who had taught him so much and helped him grow spiritually, emotionally, and intellectually. Days after that call, he began a month-long fight for his life with a chronic disease he'd had for most of his incarceration. And on October 29th, his suffering ended, and he joined the ancestors.
Wow.
His funeral took place on November 10th. If anyone would like a copy of his obituary, which has some information about him you might be interested in, you could call me at 518-253-7533, and I'll send one. Anpu loved everyone, and everyone loved him. Condolences may be sent to his wife, Nefert Amen, and the family at, and here's her address, 897 East 56th Street, number 2E, in Brooklyn, New York, 11234.
Okay.
Guerrilla Lawfare, a pro se litigation manual, is available at guerrillalawfare.com. That's GORILLAWFAIR.com. His wife is promoting the book in order to keep his mission alive. It's a great book. It's written for anyone interested in a text which provides different approaches to litigating issues that most paralegals in society will probably never encounter. So that's
Judith,
going to lead into your next caller.
Judith, would you get in contact with her and ask her to send us a little brief synopsis that we could say on the air to promote this book or each show that we have?
Okay, you could go to that address that I just gave out for that information, though. Also,
Okay.
did you want me to erase that?
No, I got it. GorillaLawfare.com. But I would prefer for her to just send me something as a little a little ad that she would like me to read on the air each show. That's what I would like her to do. If she would like us to do that at Voices Beyond the Wall, we will support her if she wrote us and just gave us a little synopsis that we could say on the air every show.
I'm sure she'll love to do that.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Tell her Merry Christmas.
I will.
Judith, hi, it's Kathy. Is it available on Amazon or
It
anywhere
is.
else? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
and
great.
it's available on that other site.
Because if she sends the information to us, we can post it on our Facebook page, too. Maybe that'll help a little bit, too.
That'll be fabulous.
Great.
All right.
I'll let her know.
Okay, we're here to help.
Okay.
Thanks, Judith.
Thanks,
Merry
Judith.
Christmas.
Merry
Thank
Christmas.
you.
And for those of you who don't know, Judith Brinks is one of our heroes in reentry. I don't know whether you know it, but Judith Brink was the founder of one of the founders of the Family Empowerment Day, which
Right.
was a tremendous movement back in the days. Voices Beyond the Wall. This is Ernest. Uh-oh. Voices Beyond the Wall. Okay. Hello? Voices Beyond the
Hello?
Wall. This is Ernest.
Hey, Ernest, how are you? This is Michael Ocasio from Prestige.
Hey, Mike from Prestige Paralegal. What's going on, brother?
Hi, Mike.
And your Christmas to the both of you from Jeanette and I.
Hey, Jay. What's up, Jay?
Hi, Jeanette.
Merry Christmas, guys. How are you guys doing?
Same
Good.
to you.
Merry Christmas.
Likewise. Instead of Ernest, instead of having commentaries today on your last show, I would like to share a very special experience from a client's mother that we believe that there's no better time than in the holidays to share these inspirational stories. I currently have her on the line so that everyone could hear from her in a bit. I would just like to inform everyone on the facts as they occurred so that be on the same page with her when she's... So her name is Miss Valen White. Her is Barry York, that's currently at Greenhaven Correctional Facility. We also would like to give him a shout-out, but let me get into the facts, and then we'll get into the shout-outs. Prestige White had called us and wanted to retain us for a 440 motion that she wanted a file on a conviction that he was serving time on. And Miss White informed us that he did not trust the attorneys from Suffolk County. She had bad experiences with them and just needed someone from outside of that district and perhaps put a little pressure on the Suffolk County and practices that they're into. Obviously and unfortunately, Suffolk County, Nassau County, they have their own rule book for whatever reason. Don't agree with it. We certainly challenge Suffolk County, and we just don't agree with the way that they handle certain individuals when they come through their court system. Whether they're innocent or not, we believe that they deserve a fair shake. So with that, what happened was that Prestige was retained again to do a 440 motion, and so at the same time he was serving, Mr. York was serving his time. He had a pending murder charge that was actually pending. So strategically, Prestige was able to file the 440 motion on behalf of Barry York in connection with the case that he was already convicted on. So the strategy from Miss White and Prestige Paralegal working together, because I tell you that White was hands-on, Ernest, knew everything about the case. She appeared in every courtroom, and every court date. She was hands-on. I'm saying she, to me, was the poster child of a family member when they're at that court date. She did not miss a court date. She had her own unfortunate situations during the time of helping her son, unfortunately, because of the Suffolk County officials that mishandled everything in her son's case. So it turned out to be that the 440 motion on the case that he was convicted on and then pressure on them for the murder charge. Hopefully we can come into a good disposition from the 440 file. So what resulted was that it worked, and put a 440 together based on ineffective assistance of counsel for the case that he was serving time on. So that, we believe, pressured the Suffolk County District Attorney to do something with the murder case. So it resulted that immediately after we filed the 440 motion, dismissed the murder charge on Barry York, Miss White's son. And I tell you, Ernest, that me hearing her voice that morning as she called my assistant Jeanette and I, and was just thrilled. I mean, the Prestige team, the people that are on the back stage that do not get heard, they were extremely thankful. They were thankful. There was emotions involved, because we all put ourselves in that position at one point in our lives, and we understand that when we hear our parents speak like this and get the outcome that they deserve, that they've been seeking, it speaks volumes. It speaks volumes, and it's priceless. So I would like to Miss White to get on and share her experiences with services, and she'll tell you personally how she feels. Miss White, you're on the radio now. You can speak. Ernest.
How you doing, Miss White?
Kathy, that's Miss White. She's here.
Hi, Miss White. Welcome.
Story.
Hi, good afternoon.
Well, first of all, congratulations on the success that you had with Prestige Paralegal. I could only imagine how you felt with the legal system, or the representatives of the legal system, not handling a serious legal matter of your son's to the point where you felt comfortable that he was getting justice, the due justice that everyone is supposed to get. Well, first of all, I would like to ask you, what prompted you to go to Prestige Paralegal?
Wow, I've been running all around trying to find attorneys. Nobody in Suffolk County I could trust and depend on. All of them work together with the court system and the district attorney's office. Even my son, public defender, Mr. Christopher Gio, they all try to sink my son. They look me dead in the face and think I didn't have sense, and try to let me help them sink my son. And I was running all over. I run to Brooklyn. I'm all over the place. Everybody I get try to rip us off, and no help. And my son says, Ma, I have this guy. Let's try him. And I prayed about it. I went there. I met him. And right away I knew that he would do the job.
Right.
Because he wanted to help.
Yeah, that's Mike. That's Mike for you.
I trusted Mike, and I said, Mike, I'm putting my son's life in your hand. I mean, I know you will help us. And boy, after the paperwork went in and they called me at the court and I saw the games they were playing, I'm like, something had happened. And guess what? The work he did forced them to dismiss the murder charge.
Wow, that is amazing. That is totally amazing.
So I'm telling the mothers out there, don't give up. Fight like me. I've been fighting for 5 years for my son, 5 long, depressing years, and I never gave up, because there are attorneys you can trust. There are people, but you have to find them. Don't look for them in Long Island, because everybody out here works together. You're never going to be set free.
Wow. Well.
Yes, it's a racist world going on out here. If you're black, don't come out here and look for them.
Yeah. Well, we're just and this is why we talk about Prestige Paralegal, because no one knows other than the people who have been through the system how important it is to get legal representation that understands where you are and that is about dispensing due diligence and justice, as opposed to how much you're going to pay for it. You see what I'm saying? Right. Because our mothers, I remember when I was arrested, and my mother, there was no place for her to go. There was no place for her to say, well, I could trust these people, because everybody, just as you said, Miss White, was a part of the mechanism. Because I was in Nassau County, and Nassau County and Suffolk County are right next to each other, and they play by the same rule book.
Yes.
So I'm very glad that you were able to get in contact with Mike at Prestige Paralegal and get the results that probably saved your son's life.
Yes, my son was facing 25 to life, and he had no way out of it because it wasn't innocent until proven guilty. You're guilty right away because they set up the paperwork to make sure you're guilty.
Right.
Doesn't matter what you do, where you turn, you're not getting out of it in Suffolk County.
Yeah.
So you have to find people that's honest, people that really work and put their time in and really have a heart and want to help you.
Well,
And I found that in Mr. Mike Locasio.
Miss White,
Thank God today I could have a happy Merry Christmas. Me and
that's
my
right.
son.
That's your Christmas present right there, Miss White.
Yes, I put it on Facebook. That's the only thing under my Christmas tree, my son's spirit.
Wow.
wow. Miss White, I tell you that. I have to commend you. I have to commend you because you remind me so much of my mother when I was going through what I was going through when I had 25 to life. I would tell my mother to see an attorney. She would go over there. My dad would be with her, and would be a good line of communication until the retainer was displayed. Once the retainer was given, unfortunately, the lack of communication would kick in. He wouldn't call. He wouldn't follow up on the calls. He wouldn't court because he was on trial. And I've never heard an attorney more on trial than my attorney. I mean, he was every day he was on trial for like years. I couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand
That's exactly the way they are. I could have reached you every time I need to talk to you. You was there for us to let us know that we had someone fighting for us.
Right. And just so fortunate to come across your path, Miss White, because you reinforce everything that I believe that we push towards the family members, which is character, integrity, and ethics. We believe in that so much. And we believe because of my personal experience and certain guys that work with us, and when I don't know something, I pick someone's brain, I research it, and we get to the bottom of it. And we just believe that the victim, that the family in everybody's situation plays such a big role, and they deserve the representation that they're supposed to get, not retainer and then hide behind doors. No, that's not what the legal system should be. That's not what an attorney that passed the bar do after he passes the bar. He takes an oath to uphold his ethical aspects of his career, and this is what they should do. They should wear that on their sleeve. And I'm not saying that all attorneys are bad. I know Suffolk County has this share. Nassau County has their share. They're not all rotten apples, but there's just so many that it's like a needle in a haystack when you're looking for an attorney to actually family's interest.
But
No, it's true because I was actually deported in my son's case because I had an attorney in Long Island, a real rich attorney that I paid my money to do my immigration paperwork. He took my money. He never put in the paperwork for me. And 13 months later, when my son had the problem, I was locked up without committing a crime, without doing nothing, and deported because an attorney took my money, and right now I'm in a lawsuit against them because they did me wrong. So I don't trust nobody in Long Island.
wow.
Right. It's an unfortunate situation, and I don't understand the gravity of their thinking process once they get retained. I just don't understand. The fact that you was able to come back and continue the struggle for your son's freedom speaks volumes. I mean, I can't commend you enough, Miss White, and I've told you that in person, and I'm telling you now that I tell you, I tip my hat to you because you remind me so much of my mom and dad, what they went through. So, and we'll continue for the families that are out there. We hope to be successful with everyone that retains us, and we can't guarantee everyone to be successful, but what we do guarantee is that we'll put the best fight possible with the facts that we're presented with. Always character, integrity, and ethics. That's what we always push, and we believe when you do things from your heart, good results happen. When you write with the urgency of speaking from your heart, because of the personal experiences, good things happen, and the family members just reassure us. Like you, Miss White, you reassure us that we're on the right path, that our goal is...
Yes, you guys did a great job, because I don't think nobody else could have done it or would have put in the time into it and the love. And, you know, like, he's a family, and you guys, like I said, every mother and family out there that's going through what I went through and have to fight the court system, call on Mr. Michael Ocasio. He'll help you.
Thank you, Miss White. Thank you so much. It's certainly appreciated.
Thank you, Miss White.
You're welcome.
All right, and give our regards to your son. He's at Green Haven, is he not?
Yes, and I want to wish him a Merry Christmas. And Barry York, your mother is out here fighting, and the fight is not over till it's over.
That's right.
So we'll fight till you get home.
All right.
I love you.
Thank you, Miss White.
Okay.
Thank
you so very much.
All right, so
Okay.
Hey, Mike, stay on the line.
Bye.
Okay.
Hey, what I want to say is that Mike, you know, I really gotta, you know, I'm listening to Miss White, and I gotta say that I'm very proud of you, because for those of you who don't know, Mike Ocasio was in the same situation probably 30 years ago, Mike, 25 years ago.
1992 is the nightmare started.
What was that? How many years ago was that? 25 years ago. 25 years ago, Mike was Barry. Mike was Barry, and his mother and the rest of his family were Miss White. They were running around. The unfortunate part is that Mike's parents were not as lucky as Miss White's. They didn't find someone that was going to give them the redress that Miss White got. And for those of you who don't know, after Mike was subsequently convicted for the full term of his charges, he vowed to study the law and be a vanguard to other people who were in the same situation that him and his parents were in. So, Mike, today I am proud of you, because you have come full circle. Today, you have come full circle in doing exactly what you said that you was going to do when you got convicted and made the decision that you was going to study the law and become a paralegal. You come full circle, brother. You helped the family. You helped the mother that, had it not been for you, she wouldn't have got the help. Her son would have went through the mill. You came full circle, brother. I'm so proud of you, man.
Listen, I'm hearing these words. It just touches my heart, because, again, I used to sit in the visiting room with my moms and dad, and they're going through the paperwork of selling the house, and just so they can raise money. And I tell you that it's just a pain that is unbearable sometimes. And I had to take matters into my own hands. So I had to get in that library and really, really, look myself in the face. And you know what? I can't continue to have my parents spend this kind of money like this. I mean, attorneys want, when they see 25 alive, Ernest, the only thing they see is dollar signs, unfortunately. This,
right.
It's not fair. It's not fair to the hard-working citizens that have regular jobs and have hundreds of bills, so to speak, and half, 3/4 of their check goes to bills. And here it is. Here it is. They have a loved one that they're trying to help, but I'd like to thank all the family members that are actually retaining us, because we're trying so hard to reunite people. This is where we get our biggest joy, Ernest, is to the reunite of the incarcerated with their family members, and give them an opportunity so that they can go on with their lives and do productive things. I know that people that serve, well, we know, Ernest, statistically, people that serve over 10 years, 15 years, the statistics show that they will not be repeat offenders. You understand?
Yep.
You know, it comes a time during your bid that you have to take responsibility.
Right.
You have to. With me, it was more my family, my mother and dad. That was first, and then my sisters, my brother. You know, everyone came second to my mother and dad, and because of what they've been through, what I put them through. So I have to become a better person. I kept telling myself, I do not want to be released from here being the same person I was when I was committed into docs. I have to be the better person. I have to show my parents that their loss of their financial loss was not in vain. It paid for something. It paid for me becoming a better person. And I always started by helping others. I believe that you have to start somewhere. You have to give others. And when you look at the impact that your crime has taken, I've touched certain people's lives. I have the victim's family that actually forgave me. They came to the visiting room, looked in my eyes, and actually told me, listen, we forgive you. We want to write the parole board. We want to show them what you've been doing. We want them to understand that we can't go on with our lives unless you're able to go on. And that touched my heart, Ernest, knowing that the victim's family was able to forgive me. That played a major role in my life. And, you get a first-hand glance of what you've done. So, Prestige Paralegal was in the makings. I guess I was being trained all them years, Ernest.
Yes.
I've helped so many guys. I know guys that work with me now that have helped so many guys. And it was always one objective. If you can't go home yourself, I'll get somebody else home.
That's
you
right.
Understand, Ernest?
That's right.
If you don't want to release me, I'll release. I'll try to release Ernest. You understand?
Right.
And
that's right.
I'll get off like that. But I also would like to thank you, Ernest, for having accomplished what you and Kathy has accomplished. You're going to be on YouTube, and this is great. This is you're opening up another chapter come 2018, and the hard work always pays off, Ernest. Sometimes we feel that we're not getting it done. The bills stack up. Every time I turn around, there's a bill, Ernest.
Yeah,
so
well, every time I turn around, there's 2 or 3.
It's 2 or 3. Yeah, so, but listen, I'd rather pay bills and be happy, you understand? So I'm glad everyone else would. So everyone that's incarcerated listening, listen, do not give up. As Ms. White said, it's not over till it's over. Always have a plan, always a legal plan, always strategy always comes first when you're fighting the court system. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but you have to have some type of legal strategy, because if not, the DA will come up with a legal strategy. So
that's right.
We're here. Again, we push Prestige Paralegal Services, and the team always character, integrity, and ethics.
Give us your information again, Mike. How can people get in contact with you?
We can be contacted by writing at Prestige Paralegal Services, LLC, P.O. Box 226, Bronx, New York, 10462. Family members could reach us at 718-822-2681. We can also be reached at prestigeparalegal@gmail.com. You can visit us on the web at www.prestigeparalegalservices.com. You can follow us on Facebook. So anyone that wishes to speak with us, ask us a question, retain us, we're here. You can call. A special shout out, Ernest, to my assistant, my partner, Jeanette. She deals with a lot of calls that come in. She deals with a lot of family members on a day-to-day basis. She does a great job. I can't thank her enough. She takes a big load off of me when I'm working. Sometimes I just can't speak to people I might not be in. She handles everything. I come in, I have notes on my desk. I'll get right to the point. I'll pick up the phone and call already have. I've been briefed already by Jeanette, so I thank her for all the hard work that she's putting in. The paralegals that also work with me on occasions, I would like to thank them because we're a team. We're without their legal process, without their legal thinking process. Sometimes I wouldn't pick up on an idea, and by them shooting something at me, an idea would just spark up. So I would like to thank them. I would like to thank everyone that's listening for writing the Prestige, retaining us. There's so many people. Barry White, I'm so thankful for you that you was able to bring your mother a smile on Christmas. It's so excellent, Barry, and I thank you for coming to us. I'm sure you're glad you did. I'm glad also, but the joy that your mother expressed today speaks volumes, and I'd like to thank you, Barry. Okay, Ernest. Also, Mr. Pellimpelli, specifically, don't give up, Mr. Pellimpelli. I know you should be listening. Frank, we got you. Hopefully, we'll be able to be successful. Just hang on. I heard your voice the other day. You was a little aggravated, but hang on. I know everything feels like it's kicking in, but just have faith. Do your prayers. I believe in prayers and hard strategy thinking results in good results. So, okay, Ernest.
All right, Mike, and you and Jeanette, you guys have a Merry Christmas and thank you and congratulations on this win, and may you have much success in 2018.
You as well, Ernest. You and Kathy as well. We also wish you a Merry Christmas and hope all the success that it's in front of you to surface and bigger and better things, Ernest, So thank you for having us as always.
All right. Peace, Mike.
Take care, Mike.
Okay, peace.
Bye, Jeanette.
Bye-bye. Merry Christmas, Kathy.
All right, Jeanette. I said it right this time.
Yeah, you said it right.
Get it right.
All right. Take care.
Take care, Ernest.
Peace. All right. So that was Mike Ocasio and Jeanette of Prestige Paralegal. These are great people. If you are looking to get some legal services done, they are the ones. They are the ones because they know they will not put you in a trick bag situation, because Prestige Paralegal was born out of the need to provide legal services to people just like us, people who don't have a lot of money, who are kind of gray in their knowledge of legal expertise, and who are looking for somebody who really understands their situation and who really want to help them. So if you are looking for that, Prestige Paralegal is the place to go. And if you go to prestigeparalegals.com, they have a very attractive website. Mike has done some more work. I haven't gone on this here in quite some time, but Mike has, Kathy, you see this? Mike has a very nice website. And
yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks
See, look,
great.
this is the front of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
Good
it's
job, Mike.
Yeah, it's very nice, and not only do they have a good website, but they provide good service. And I'm so happy to hear a mother, because at the end, when you get in that situation where you facing 25 to life and they put the cuffs on you, a lot of your friends, a lot of your girlfriends, and a lot of those people that you thought was all of that, they're gonna fall by the wayside. Once they know that the police got you and they got the goods on you, people will start falling off like flies. But 9 times out of 10, there's that one person that's gonna be right there from the beginning to the end, and that's your mother. In a lot of cases, when we get into these legal situations when we're young, those are our protectors. Those are the people that put it all on the line for us. And it always gives me a good feeling to hear that a man who is inside prison has his mother, fighting for him with everything that she has. And it's always good to hear one of the good stories coming out of that. And thank you, Prestige Paralegal, for sharing one of those good stories with us, with Mrs. White. So big up to Prestige Paralegal.